Yo, welcome back to more Owarimonogatari episode 12, the end of the series, the end of the end story. We're gonna finally see this confrontation between not only Araragi, an episode, and Apparition Killer, but also between Shinobu and Apparition Killer. Finally getting the resolution to that for her, for Apparition Killer, who is, after all these years, hundreds of years, 400 years, out of that love for Shinobu, because I think that's a very apt word to use, given what he's gone through to get here, what stirred him to get to this point. You know, after Araragi and Shinobu went to the past, and he witnessed her after what he said to Araragi at the beginning of last episode, as far as what he wanted, to be with her, in a very just exaggerated, presumptuous way, saying, you can be replaced. I cannot. I am the true. I'm like just very like almost like he's saying he's the protagonist, that he needs to be the one, right? But Araragi giving a very Araragi answer. I'm like, that's why you're the real protag. But either way, I mean, because hell, it's crazy because all the events and just so much shit is centered around fucking Apparition Killer, coming here and then stirred and then all this shit over the past 15 years. Very crazy how full circle it all came to that. But finally, it will be dealt with. As far as how I think this will go, I think Shinobu, because she has receded into the shrine after the amazing scene between Kambaru and Shinobu, with Kambaru just very correctly saying, like, no matter how it goes, whether you cruelly reject him, whether it's amicable, whether you return those feelings, choose him over Araragi, it doesn't matter. You just have to be the one. He's come here out of his love for you. That is what you need to do. Even though Shinobu, in coming up with different scenarios to combat Kambaru, and Kambaru every time saying, that's fine, even saying, like, it's not logical, you're being too emotional, even still, like, this is what needs to happen, because she had made a very, very good point. You're just going to do the same thing with Araragi, or your third meaning, your fourth meaning, your fifth meaning, right? This is something she needs to resolve in herself. I fucking agree. There's a lot of shit there between her and him that she obviously has not been letting out. Of course, it's the hundreds of years pain that's been weighing on her this whole time. Even the way Kambaru said, like, just talking about weight, like tell him yourself, if his weight is too heavy for you to carry, like, you be the one, right? It's it's a lot there, but hopefully that goes well, no matter how it turns out, whether Apparition Killer gets violent, whether Shinobu gets violent and really tries to be the one. I don't know, man. Either way, I'm definitely excited for this. Once again, hopefully Shinobu comes out from her nap, and even if it's not at the start of the fight, as they meet up at the high school, maybe at some point she finally comes and jumps in, and then we get all that. But yeah, excited. Let's go. Beginning the episode in 3, 2, 1. Oh, Senjo. Uh, I think that's usually what it means, but not quite this time. Oh, yeah. Again, the timing of all this stuff happening at the same time, pretty crazy. That's right, because Kambaru, yeah, relates to the first minion, to Apparition Killer, for sure. Because, yeah, in this sense, Senjo is Shinobu. Becomes someone that could bear that weight. Huh. Haha. Lucky boy. Hmm. She's the right person to talk to. Oh. Wow. Jesus. Yeah, that's amazing in its own way. Sure. Wow. It is pretty scary. And that's why you don't stop. Yeah. That's why you work at it. I agree. Oh my god, I love this. For Shinobu too. We are all choosing you. Oh my god. Senjo's amazing. Wow. They said it. They said it. Uh Lucky boy. He's been having too much fun with Hanakawa at this point as well, but you know, now here we are. Oh, that was a great talk. I love that so much. We're just standing there. Episode Kambaru of as well, and Araragi. That's right, she has to be here. So we can hurry up and end it. And there goes the mark. You can be touched now. Oh god. He wouldn't have it any other way. Also, does he sound more like his original voice? Yeah. He we had the same thought. Hmm. Oh boy. Let's see. Oh? Honorable? Okay. Oh fuck. What is she doing? Oh my god. Huh. Oh my god. We're straight up dueling like this. Oh my god. Wow. Oh my god. I don't know if this still counts as fair, but, you know. Ah. It is pretty creative. Good, yeah, good question. Oh wow. Okay, Araragi, you got 30 minutes to warm up. Oh my god, she's the perfect coach. Okay. And you gotta swing and hit. Yeah. And that thing is pretty pretty tight in the ground there. You have to put some elbow grease to get that out too. Yeah, true. They're good stretches. Huh. There you go. How convenient. Oh, hello. Hey, the selfie she sent. I remember. This is when he got it. This is right when she resolved. And right after this, he's gonna save her. Oh my god. Oh yeah. All that shit happened, by the way. That's all I can think of. Jesus. Yeah, of fire. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Skyen. She does. She knows everything. Takako. That's crazy. The flames of purgatory. She could, yeah, her house. Yeah, that was the problem too. It's so crazy. Wow. Really? Huh. She can't break the rules. Interesting. She is really pushing. Why not both? Hmm. Off she goes. Zooming. And she will, just long enough. Hmm. That's all logic. Yeah, humans have emotions. Oh, Jesus. Izuko. You're really pushing. Mm-hmm. Hanakawa's strong as fuck, man. She's gonna hold out just long enough. And she does. They know you after all. An admirable thing. Whew. Wait, is that the new? Oh my god, Shinobu. The prize. Oh my god, Araragi is really gonna win this. Yeah, this is the new duel. Jesus Christ, Shinobu. How decisive, but we know. I can't wait to see this though. Hmm. Hmm. For you. But I'm special to someone. All that can be true. But you can't be me. True. There will never be another Araragi, dude. True, everyone is uniquely them. Oh my god. Here we go. Sprint, damn you. Yo. Nice switch. Got it first. Of course. How does Araragi... Does he just take it? And he fucking trips. Oh my god. But wait. Yo. Come on. Yo. What? What did he just do? Wait, what did he put on him? Yo! Yo! He got memes from the talisman he put on the shrine before. A touch is a blow, I suppose. She didn't say it with the sword. Wow. Oh my god. Clever boy. Oh, Jesus. Oh, you poor guy. Jesus. Flooded. Oh my god. If we meet again, we'll meet again. Thank you. Thank you. Finally. I almost thought this wasn't gonna happen. She's eating him. Seishiro. His name. Oh. No. Rest in peace, buddy. Oh my god. Oh yeah, he's telling this story. We know the rest. Oh man. Oh, I don't like that. Oh god. Koyomist. She's a Koyomist. March 13th of the entrance exams. Oh. Hmm. Oh fuck. You think? Another Kokoro Watari. You could do that. Oh my god. Even its short sword. Yo. Are you saying that's what she did? What? What? Okay. Seishiro Shishuri, she said? It's good we know his name. Oh, hello. You just happen to. Very chatty. Concerningly chatty. But yeah, I guess he's fine with it. Well, your master went missing. Happy. Hmm. Right. Is it still a miserable end? Still the same. Hmm. Wow. Hmm. Wow. Aim for the happy ending. Aim for it like Oikura ended up doing. Wow. Wow. It's fine. Hopefully so. Hmm. Okay. That is the end of the end story. Wow. All right. Ononoki had some interesting points. Putting up with misfortune and accepting that is not the same as making an effort. Like, to be happy requires an effort. Very much reminds me of the Oikuda situation, though. Even with Araragi being able to help that situation, it goes to show that it's easier to. I mean, I feel like it's a very common thing to be able to give the right advice or even to know exactly what you need to do, but to come to terms with that within yourself is still a challenge, even with so much time. Swimsuit Oikuda. Okay, that's what we're ending on. All right, that is the end of Owarimonogatari, and a fitting end it is, not only with everything that happened that we're about to talk about, but also reminding you of the overarching thing, how we started this portion of Owari with Araragi telling the story to Ogi. As we return back to that, of course, him in so much detail as we, the viewer, have seen to this point, telling her that story. Ogi saying all the pieces have now, the puzzle pieces that now fall into place. She's put together the picture of all events that have happened, even within the contradictions of the story. Ogi's like the ultimate bystander, even almost like a viewer, like a meta viewer of everything. Except she has an active role in this. Like, she's actually in the story, which is a very scary thing because she's still so tough to read. We know she has objectives. We know she wants to know about Araragi and all the stories between him and all the apparitions and all the people he's come across. But what the fuck is the end goal, Ogi? You even with her whole plan with Taratsuru, hiring him was just so like. So yeah, we're just reminded of Ogi once again, and even Onoki pointed out, don't you feel like you tell her too much? Well, I guess if you're fine with it, it's fine. I mean, yeah, he's accepted it for whatever reason. I don't know if it's like supposed to deceive us in thinking that there is some kind of spell on him or something, or it could be that he's just willingly able to do this, that he just feels comfortable with this, or he just enjoys or just wants to tell someone this story, like to keep these things to himself. Like, he probably, I don't know, maybe he just needs to talk about it, right? I think that's fair too. Regardless, he has, and apparently those pieces are in place for Ogi at this point. But I don't know, maybe this is just her objective. Maybe Ogi, just before we talk about Owarimonogatari and everything that's just happened here, because that's important too. I want to talk about that. We just experienced it. I want to talk about it. But let me just first say, it is possible that Ogi herself is a big, just like, red herring, where we see like she's been wanting to get to know Araragi. She set up situations specifically where she learns the most about him, where she deliberately inserts herself to earn his trust, like as we saw. It is possible that this is just her objective, like she simply, maybe as an apparition, maybe as just whatever, genuinely wants to understand people, or why they've done these things, or what events led to what. She might just be a legitimately curious being. But then again, no, at the same time, like, her instigating, like, especially with Nadeko, is so like crazy. But yeah, I don't know, man. That is wild. Regardless, I'm gonna leave that there for now. I don't know. I'm just thinking furthermore about Ogi and maybe future situations, but I don't know. Hard to say, man. Regardless, Owarimonogatari end story was great. Love what it ended up being for Shinobu at the end there for Apparition Killer. I mean, the way it ended, my God, so like him like sobbing at the end there, just saying kiss shot over and over and over. And thankfully, her appearing, I was so worried that she wasn't gonna end up doing it, but you know she did at the very last moment. Thank God, you know, she gathered the strength to give a proper goodbye, even saying that, you know, I choose him over you. I'm gonna stay with him a bit longer because, you know, I need to, I want to. And you know, her crying as well, just very much like, you know, her saying that she wanted to see him and that, but you know, it was so hard to do so. Like, oh man, thank God, thank goodness that she gathered the strength to do that, because that was so necessary for her and for Apparition Killer. Goddamn, that ended the way it needed to, man. Shout out to Kambaru instigating that, or else her character wouldn't have done that. Kambaru needed to be the one to do that. God, the writing in this series is so fucking good. That is like the perfect set of events to make that happen, where otherwise Shinobu would not. But in Kambaru, the most romance-minded character in the show, as we've seen with her BL novels up to this point, and just who she is as a character, was just the perfect one to instigate that. The phone call Araragi had with Senjo at the very beginning was so great, man. It was like it felt like such a real, just love-filled, honest boyfriend girlfriend phone call, as Araragi is calling Senjo because, you know, he doesn't know what's about to happen. He genuinely wants to ask her because, yeah, their situation very much mirrors what we've seen with Kambaru being like Apparition Killer, you know, Kambaru understanding that feeling, which very much tied into the advice she was giving Shinobu. Senjo being like Shinobu in this case, and then Araragi, him basically playing the same role to that, and asking Senjo, who of course would give him an honest answer, who can explore those feelings now with Araragi, and him asking that, and her saying that even if, you know, someone better came along, I would choose them over you. You know, after saying with Kambaru, like, the, you know, the weight of that love too much to bear. You know, there's such a perfect parallel to the situation that Apparition Killer, Shinobu, and Araragi. But then ending on saying that essentially, Araragi, you are someone special to us. You may not be special, you may not be, you know, the best or whatever, but you are special to us, and we will always, like when she said we will always choose you, Araragi, that I was like, oh fuck, man. You know, me, Kambaru, Shinobu, and saying I love you. Them saying I love you to each other was great. I love that shit. But yeah, it was just the perfect conversation to set up how Araragi, you know, come terms with his own feelings in his role, playing his role in this. Now it ended up at the end, what he was able to say to Apparition Killer would, like, yeah, all that probably true. Like, I'm probably easily replaceable. You know, I can't replace you, but I'm fucking me. There's never going to be another me, and I fucking agree, man. There cannot be another character like Araragi. He's probably one of the most unique protagonists ever, which is really crazy. I mean, at this point, I can really concretely say that. It's just pretty crazy that we really didn't get to the crux of who he is fully until the beginning of Owarimonogatari. But yeah, it's true. There can't be another one of him, or another Apparition Killer, or another anyone. Everyone is uniquely themselves, even if, like, you don't feel like it. Like, it's just true. It's just possible for anyone else to be exactly like you. So you can be someone special to someone else because you are uniquely you, and you can be someone unique to someone, which is the most important thing, right? It's funny how she said, like, because usually, yeah, Araragi, I feel like, does call to end off a Monogatari series, or maybe it just feels that way. Usually, like, ends with, you know, him finally catching up with her and just ending on that note. But you know, it was important for him to call her there. God, love the relationship, man. I can't even question it anymore, man. Because I remember, like, getting into Kizu Monogatari right after Bakemonogatari, and I'd be like, holy shit, you know, I can I could totally see Araragi being with Hanakawa at that point. But I mean, at this point, it's just no question, man. Senjo's the one for Araragi. But that goes into what she said as well, because at the same time, I fully agree with what Senjo said here, which is also that there is no like absolute bond. I mean, because the thought of that is scary. I mean, you could even tie that into something like marriage, even particularly like marriage under God, for example. Like that's a very absolute scary thing. Like if you're religious and get married in a church, that's like a till death do you part, right? That's the common thing. But I like what she said, because an absolute bond, the idea of that negates the effort that you have to put into a relationship, right? There is no absolute bond. You can't just be with someone or be there and not work at it, right? Not work at communication with them or addressing issues. You can't take that love for granted, that bond for granted, because neither of you have to stick around. Like it's point is that every day you continue to choose each other, every single day. That's the work put in a relationship. So I just love the way she said that, because me personally, I really hate the romanticization of like the idea that there is the one for you, like a soulmate, right? I think that's what makes a relationship special. Like, not that you find someone who's the one or a soulmate because you are just two individuals who choose each other every day. You continue to choose each other and put that work in. I feel like that's what makes it special, right? You put in the work to be that special person for someone. Like the bond itself it's such a unique thing that, oh, if I broke up with this person, I'll never find someone ever again. Like, I don't believe in that shit at all. But the point is that because that is not absolute, nothing is guaranteed, nothing is there, it's made even stronger. It's even better that you make it that love. Whoever that person is hopefully does see the you that no one else can be, and appreciates that and continues to choose you. I hope that for all of you out there, because that is a special. But anyway, yeah, love that conversation. It was a perfect setup to everything that happened. So other than that, the idea. Okay, so hold up. Ogi's saying about the possibility that Apparition Killer's armor could be melted down into another Kokoro Watari, and if also possible, another, I forgot what it's called, but a short sword, right? Which would be a very deadly combo. I mean, we know what he did with those swords back in the day. Call him Apparition Killer for no reason. So, pretty scary thought if to explore that possibility of Izuku Gain doing that. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, even Ogi said, like, is that, or like, like Araragi said, is that even possible? And even being said about maybe that's why episode was also there as well. I don't even know, man. Just like how I'm saying now with, I don't even know if Ogi is even supposed to be a villain at this point, or what, like, if she has a main end goal besides trying to understand Araragi and his relationships. Like, I don't know if there's anything after that. I'm not even entirely sure what to think of Izuku Gain at this point. She feels less threatening at this point, but at the same time, it's like, her plan for the Shirahebi Shrine, as far as inserting Shinobu as a god there. From what we understand about it now, like, I understand it more. Obviously, I don't feel like I'm like, oh, she's not threatening at all. I'm not saying that, because even the thought of that is like, well, I don't know about that, Chief, but yeah, I understand her and her intentions a bit more, it feels like. But I don't know what they think, because to think of, like, because Oki is like even referred to her as like the boss at this point, right? I think Nadeko in Nisa Monogatari, Kamado joked about her, or foreshadowed basically about Nadeko being the final boss in terms of like Araragi and women, I guess. At this point of the series, it seems Ogi is like the quote-unquote antagonist, but again, I don't even know if that's true. Izuku Gain at this point is just who she is. She does like what she does. I mean, hell, what she did this episode with the fucking, what was that, a shinai? Like, it was just a little, toy, not toy, but just like a wooden sword, or just bamboo sword. Just dropped that into the earth, cracked it, made lightning sparkle, like made it like a stun baton, basically. And made that the challenge, which was clever, because again, she doesn't want Araragi to die, well, especially with her plans, the plan she had in mind for Shinobu. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm more lost than ever right now in terms of like thinking of what Ogi would even do next, or I mean, next is a weird word to use here considering we've jumped back a bit more now, but you know what I'm saying. I just, man, but it's I'm not upset at that. It's like I kind of enjoy being in the dark. And maybe again, this is just a more like a meta point of like there doesn't really need to be a big final boss to overcome and then what. I think the point is just constant challenges that come up and overcoming them, you know, with each other, and just these are stories of these people. And then I think this just continues to be that, especially knowing that there is more even after the anime that have been made so far shows. So yeah, I don't know, you know, maybe that's just the point, you know. It's not necessarily leading to anything grandiose on Ogi's part. It's just a wrench in the mix, maybe something to make me think that's the case, only to make me later realize that the journey itself was the whole point of it. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm just leaving it at that because yeah, Owari as a whole, fuck yeah, dude. This might be just one of my favorite, maybe my favorite Monogatari series up to this point. Honestly, you know, Kizumonogatari was so fucking good. Those movies were so fucking good. And there's a lot of the stuff from second season I love as well. God damn. But this one is a fucking contender, man. These two stories between Araragi and Oikura and Shinobu and Apparition Killer were so good. All the lore that got into, like Dahebi Shrine and all this shit, and you know who Araragi is, and Shinobu confronting her pain, finally confronting Apparition Killer. This was so significant, man. And I love the way they portrayed these things. That you can relate a lot of things in this series, probably just a lot of things in Monogatari in general, because it deals with very just real things. But we got a lot of that in this series of just pursuing happiness, like with what he's saying about, you know, actively making the effort to, you know, not just enduring misfortune or being like, oh, you know, we're miserable. It's like kind of using that maybe as an excuse, as a substitute for actual effort, like enduring that is, you know, comparing that to doing nothing versus like an actual concerted effort to find whatever happiness is for you. I mean, because yeah, that's, you know, that's what it was for Oikura, where she was forced to face the truth, and then thankfully later was able to take the next step, you know, because that's the only way to keep going. But you know, even like Araragi said, you know, takes what, 400 years or however amount of time, you know, you have time, hopefully, but at the same time, you know, time gets taken away from you. Yeah, you know, everyone has a different pace at reaching that about themselves. You know, like we said, it's easier to like even to understand what you need to do or what you should be doing. It's harder to actually break past, like, you know, your own problems there. So yeah, and I do hope Araragi does reach that point himself. It's an interesting, you know, ending on that note is an interesting contrast to where he was, you know, before the whole Nadeko thing broke out, and, you know, he's like, where he was at in life. Oikura was very envious of him, and even him acknowledging where he was in life at that point, and, you know, he feeling like he was okay. I think that was more just Oikura's perception, but, you know, especially at this point, like, everything that weighs on him and where he's at, you know, it's understandable. Yeah, you know, so I hope he does reach that point, and hopefully we get to see that. Either way, he has some wonderful people around him. He's got Senjo, he's got Kambaru, he's got his sisters, of course. He's got Ononoki. You know, he'll be all right, man. He's gotta keep going. More stories to be seen from Monogatari. Other things this episode I really liked. My God, Araragi's very clever move against Apparition Killer when Shinobu updated the duel, made it absolute by throwing down Kokoro Watari. I think she just wanted to, I mean, like it was said before, whatever result, and it would be fine, right? Apparition Killer could have easily won there, and that would have been the result, but Araragi won and put the talisman on him. The one Meme had him originally put on the Shirahebi shrine. Used that against him. Even Izuku was like, from Meme, okay. Like, just when she said it one blow, she didn't say specifically from the sword. So that one touch, one blow, and then the talisman itself did its job. And then the swirl of him, like all the kanji on it, as well as black and white masses. He's sobbing for Kiss Shot. That shit was, oh my god, that was crazy. And then thank goodness her finally coming down and eating him. But you know, the sentiment of that and her finally pouring out her feelings, even at the last moment, was A++, man, A++. And we finally saw the Hanekawa selfie. She said right before she went full black Hanekawa mode and in front of the Kako, held out for enough time, because luckily we also saw when Araragi found out what was going on, he was like, holy shit, like, and you know, sending Kambaru and like when Kambaru's like, oh, she probably means when, you know, her house burned down and like all this shit. But you know, even with Izuku Gain, what I also love from this episode, Izuku Gain, even as much as she was pressuring him to like make a choice, and you know, there is something to be said there about, you know, Araragi having his cake and eating it too when it comes to saving everyone, but the important part was him having faith in them, right? Not just him being the one like, are you gonna betray their trust in you? No, he believed in their strength and Hanakawa's strength and Senjo. As we know, they had it handled, and Hanakawa in her strength was able to hold out enough for Araragi to come by after everything and then slayed with Araragi had a hell of a time, man, as did Hanakawa, as we know. But yeah, and yeah, the fact that the Kako burning down the cram school is actually what saved them from Operation Killer before is pretty nuts. Pretty nutso. But yeah, man, that is the end of the end story. I'll never get tired of saying that. And yeah, this was just really, really fucking good, man. This is Monogatari writing at its finest, I would say. Just the way it tied so many things throughout the series to this, and our characters personally getting so much out of them, even knowing the full story of Kiss Shot and Operation Killer, just getting the resolution. You love to see it, man. The question is, what more do we see now? What more do we see? I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. There's a shot at the end here where Araragi looks back as he's going to the Shirahebi shrine. And I don't know if like that's where we're gonna pick up of like who he sees behind him, or I don't know, man. Or if we're gonna go to college Araragi at this point. Who the fuck knows, dude? Really, really tough to say, but yeah, this was very enjoyable. Another good Monogatari series down. That's it. Thank you very much for watching my reactions to this series. If you have any thoughts about the ending of this or Owari as a whole, as we transition to the next series, I always welcome that, of course. But most of all, once again, thank you for watching, and we will be moving on to Koyomi Monogatari, which is this on Crunchyroll? Oh, I don't think it is. Well, I'm gonna find wherever I could watch Koyomi Monogatari, maybe on Funimation. We can check if it's on here. It is on Funimation. Oh, time to renew my subscription, I guess, because we will be starting this this week as well. So I look forward to this. Either way, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.